As a counsellor and life coach, Melbourne's Alex Kingsmill is used to helping her clients overcome bad habits. But 3 years ago, Alex found herself struggling with her very own addictive behaviour.
I was pregnant with my third child and I was exhausted, like just tired, so tired. And normally, I think during the day or after, like the little kids were in bed, I would have normally kind of gone out or gone for a run or a walk or exercised or gone out for a drink or something. And I just was tired. And so I think I found myself more just kind of flopping on the sofa and scrolling. When you've got little kids, it can often be really isolating, and that idea about having a connection with the outside world can be really enticing. I just found myself doing it more and more and getting sucked into that and knowing that I was getting sucked into it, but still just sitting there doing it. But at the end of the night, I'd kind of just feel a bit gross, like I'd go to bed feeling sort of yuck, like not fulfilled in the way that I would have been if I'd been doing other stuff.
At the same time as Alex was struggling with her own social media use, she noticed more and more of her clients were experiencing the same issues.
Lots of them were saying that they had been on their phones a lot and that they were starting to feel as though they were attached to them too much and kind of beholden to them. They couldn't put their makeup on without having their phone there or having some YouTube video going or scrolling Instagram or having something up on the screen. Like it was really quite extreme. Or people couldn't sit at work on their computer without their phone beside them. Or if they went out for a walk, they had to take their phone because they felt empty or lost. And so I had that in my mind. Like I knew that I was scrolling more than I was used to and more than felt comfortable. And I had in my mind this kind of potential, you know, the getting really, really attached to it. And so that's what I think got into my head and made me start thinking, oh, maybe I need to make a change. As a coach, I love a goal. I'm a goal nerd and I know how to do it. So I decided to kind of say, okay, for a couple of months, I'm just going to not use social media.
Committing to a total digital detox, Alex deleted all her social media apps and hid her phone out of sight throughout the day. Immediately, it hit her that her addiction was far worse than she'd realised.
It's just an urge, like it's kind of almost part of your muscle memory, like you just kind of reach for your phone and then I would address it and say, oh no, I'm not doing that anymore. It was so hard, and I think in a way that the fact that it was hard motivated me more because I hadn't realised how attached I was to it. And when I realised how hard it was, it reinforced the idea that I really needed to curb it.
It may have been a tougher habit to quit than she'd expected, but within just a few weeks, Alex noticed enormous benefits to her mental well-being.
I was better. Like I wasn't so cranky. I was much more in the moment, which sounds a bit, I mean, people always say that, but it was true, that I was more responsive to my family, that I was enjoying the stuff that I like to do much more without that nagging sense of, oh, I could be reaching for my phone. The less I was on social media, the less I was thinking about things I could consume or just stuff for the house or clothes or makeup or all the stuff that comes at you normally when you're scrolling. I just found myself wanting less because I wasn't even aware of it. Like I just wasn't thinking about that stuff as much, but kind of thinking more expansively about stuff that mattered to me. So I was thinking more about my business and my family and ideas more. Maybe that was because I was reading more as well. But rather than just being focused on that little screen, I was just kind of open to the world more.
After 2 whole months without a second of scrolling, Alex felt recharged and ready to return to the online world. But the experience helped her set clear boundaries that she still lives by today.
I have the apps back on my phone, but I don't check them nearly as much. I might do it in the beginning of the day, sort of, and the end of the day, but nothing really in between. It's just there's not that urge to be reaching for it all the time, and I keep my phone away from me. So if I go out for a walk with my kids, I don't take my phone. I keep it out of the main rooms that we hang out in generally. It's just so much better that I'm not distracted from them. I'm not kind of looking at them and then also checking a phone. It's just out of the picture.